Here's a dish my wife and I loved to eat at home when we traveled in Greece. It's very simple and fast to make. Because of that, it became one of our favorite dishes to make while traveling through Europe. My name is Andrei Dima and I'm a travel photographer. Together with my wife, I traveled for 2 years in Europe in search of a new home. Since cooking relaxes me, I prepared a lot of dishes at home, which is great to do when you experience different local flavors. Now I want to share with you my favorite dishes. Let's get started with the ingredients. First, you need shrimp. Any kind of shrimp is good, as long as it's not frozen. You don't get as much flavor from frozen shrimp as you do from fresh. I used this medium-sized shrimp which is already boiled. For 2 people, you need about a pound of shrimp or half a kilo. Next, you need tomatoes. 3 medium fresh tomatoes. You can also use canned tomatoes. Just take 3 tomatoes from the can and a bit of juice. 1 medium green Italian pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, a lime, about a cup of dried white wine or 200 milliliters. Now, this is important. Use wine that you would usually drink and not cheap wine. Good wine equals good food. You can use a Sauvignon Blanc or a Chardonnay as long as it is dry. Dried oregano, black pepper and of course salt. Almost forgot, you need chives for plating. If you use fresh tomatoes, you need to cook them a bit in the oven. Skip this step if you are using canned. You start by preheating the oven to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 Celsius for 10 minutes. Then you put the 3 fresh tomatoes in the oven tray over a baking sheet and put them in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes at about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 Celsius. This is how I get the richest flavor out of my tomato. While the tomatoes are doing their thing, start peeling the shrimp and add them to a plate. That is, if you didn't already buy them peeled. Then chop the garlic and the green pepper. This Italian pepper has a great aroma and is great for pasta or to use in a sandwich. Check on the tomatoes. If they are done, get them out. You want them to have the skin a little charred. Let them rest for 5 minutes in a deep plate, then remove the skins and stubs and finally roughly chop them. I really enjoy the smell of tomatoes from the oven. It brings back childhood memories. Next, take a medium-sized pan and preheat it for 3 minutes. Depending on the pan and your cooker, it needs to be hot, but you don't want smoke coming out of it. When the pasta is ready, add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Then the shrimp. Keep the heat at medium. Cook them for 2 to 3 minutes on each side depending on the shrimp size and if they are fresh. For these which are boiled, I cook them for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. This is done to give flavor to the olive oil and the tomato sauce. Remove the shrimp from the pan into a plate and add the garlic into the pan. Fry it for 30 seconds or until you feel the garlic smell. Make sure not to burn the garlic. Then add the chopped tomatoes with its juice and let it simmer for 2 minutes. After that, add the wine. Now change the heat to low and let the garlic, tomatoes and wine simmer together for about 8 minutes until this beautiful sauce has reduced a bit. If it is reduced too much, you can add some pasta water, about 2 tablespoons, which thickens the sauce and gives it more flavor. Speaking of pasta water, once you let the tomato sauce simmer, start preparing the pasta. In a pot with boiling water, add a teaspoon of salt and a half pound of pasta, 250 grams. I like to use penne, but you can use any shape you like. Boil the pasta for 2 minutes, less than what it says on the box, so that the pasta will be al dente. You'll cook it a bit more in the sauce, so don't be afraid. Now cut the lime in 4 wedges and squeeze one in the tomato sauce. You can use a lemon if you want. Add the chopped green pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of dried oregano and a bit of black pepper. Let it simmer for 2 more minutes. Time to take the pasta out. Drain it and add it to the sauce. Have the heat on medium. Stir the pasta for 1 minute, just until the sauce sticks to it. Add the shrimp and stir some more. About 1 minute. We're done. Let's plate this aromatic dish. Add some of the shrimp pasta on a plate, chop the chives and sprinkle them over. Squeeze a bit of lime and drizzle a bit of olive oil. This is one of my wife's and I favorite pasta. It's a simple and delicious recipe for 2 people. Great for date night or a cozy movie night. Enjoy! Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, press like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Let me know in the comments if you have questions or how your easy shrimp pasta turned out when tried at home.